So let's go. First of all, I will tell you something in investment theory in innovation. Then I will talk in a case study how companies behave during COVID situation in innovation and how to use our results in next future. In generally speaking, we could invest in many areas. We find out 4 main groups of investment when companies create their portfolio, how to invest their profit. They could invest in human resources, marketing, innovations, or business processes as main groups. So they want to optimize these investments, and they expect the best performance in the next years, because the investment is long-term process. So one main area is investment to innovation. And we want to say that each innovative process and project is very unique, and for each company is very important to choose the best solution and the best project to be supported. There are 3 main groups of innovations which are very important in small companies. The most used are core innovations because they are small improvement, and they are very common in small and medium-sized enterprises because the investments are smaller scaled, and they are consuming more than 70% of the portfolio of investment. But the return ratio is opposite, is about 10%. It's calculation of Nagy and Taff. And in our case study, we want to also confirm this theory if those Czech companies also use the core innovations to invest more, and return rate is so small. We have Czech companies randomly selected in the Czech business environment. So we have 589 respondents. Primarily men answer our questions, and they have a long business history, because you see that they have more than 20 years of business existence. Also, when we talk with them, they prefer to invest to innovations, or in the second place, it was to human resources. In our research, we put 2 hypotheses. One is about using money for investment into innovation. They could prefer the ratio between external and internal resources, which preference they have, if it's internal or external. And 2, if they invest more than 50% of profit to innovation. In the first table, you see a distribution of profit, how much profit they reinvest back into the company, and we also ask what amount of this return rate is invested into innovations. So you see that they prefer the most, about 60%. 60% of profit to be reinvested back into the business. Also, we confirm that they prefer internal sources, so they save the money for these investments, and only 20% is from external sources. In the second part, we just examined some companies from their accounting to see some effect of this financing and investments. So we selected randomly the same type of companies. There were 3 production companies, quite the same size from the sample. And we want to calculate return of investment in innovation. And you see that they have the same share of investment, but the final effect was very different. In first company, the return rate was according standards, so 10%. The last company has so small return, just 0.34. Also, you see that the return has some other factors which are non-financial, and we could not check it by the financial indicators. What we learned from this examination? First of all, decision to invest to innovation is sometimes risky, but is very crucial for these companies, and we have to reject first hypothesis that they will use more external resources. Second is that we know that they use more than 60% of the profit, so they are very active to support innovations. Also, we asked them how COVID situation affect their investment into innovations, and they said that they plan to add more than 80% to current investment to improve their situation in the market. So you see that the COVID situation they see as an opportunity to improve their business. And practical issue for us, it seems that we need to ask them correctly which type of innovation they did to be able to evaluate the return rate. And also we have one question in our questionnaire about social enterprises and family businesses, so it would be nice to compare the impact of type of businesses. So thank you for your attention.